Hi boys and girls, welcome to Penny's Alphabet Nook. And guess what? I beat you today. I already have my paper and my markers ready. You guys have beat me like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, and I thought, I'm going to get you today, so I already have my stuff ready. Gotcha, huh? I had to get up really early to think about that one, let me tell you. Okay. Well, we have a letter to talk about today, and let's see. Let me give you a clue about the letter. Well, some of you might have a pet at your house whose name starts with this letter. It has a long tail and fur and ears. And it might, let's see, it makes the sound ruff, ruff, ruff. What was it? Dog, right. Do any of you out there know how to spell the word dog? I heard someone spell it. Great job. You're right. D-O-G, dog. Now, what letter did it start with? You're right. It started with the letter D. So we are going to learn all about the letter D today. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. First off, we will see that our D takes 2 lines to make our uppercase D. One, we're going to go from the sky to the ground, straight down. Then we're going to go back up to the top, and we're going to circle around. It's almost like you're making a backwards C almost. 1, 2, okay? And then for the lowercase d, it takes 2 lines as well. You're going to a line that goes down, and then you're going to make a circle around, okay? 1, 2. Now, an lowercase d and a lowercase b look a lot alike, so you just got to try to remember what side to put your line on, okay? The line or the tall stick for a lowercase b would be on this side, okay? But we're going to go on the opposite side for the lowercase d. 1 and 2. Okay, you ready? Let's look at our letter formation poem. Start your D at the top. So we go up here at the top. We're in the sky. Then we go down. Are we going down here in the dirt? Right. We'll just stay right here at the ground. So start your D at the top. Drive down to the dump. Rumble back up. And make a great big bump. That was kind of cute, huh? 1, 2. 2 lines. All right, now for our lowercase d. Now the lowercase d does not go all the way up to the top of the sky, does it? It's hanging around in the middle of the clouds. So we're going to get in the clouds, down to the ground, and then we're going to make a circle, okay? But here it says, turn the key at the top, drive on down, back it up to the fence, curve left and around, okay? So your circle's going to go to the fence. So we're in the clouds, the fence, and the ground. And our circle's going down there through the grass. Okay, got it? Good job. All right, now we need to move on to our uppercase and our lowercase letters, writing them ourselves. And I need to move my other papers out of the way so my marker does not bleed through to the other paper. Okay, what color first? Green. All right, we'll start with the letter green. And remember the lowercase or the uppercase D? 2 lines. We're at the sky, down to the ground, then go back up to the sky, and you're kind of making a backwards C. All right, now what about the lowercase d? Right, we're going to hang out in the clouds. We're not going to go up at the sky. We're just going to be right here in the clouds. Down, and then we're going to circle around there. D. Good job. Okay, what color should we use next? Oh, I heard someone say yellow. Okay, yellow it is. 2 lines. 1, 2 for our uppercase D. And our lowercase d, there, and the circle. Good job. Okay. What next? Purple. All right, let's use purple. We'll go down. Remember, we're not down here in the dirt. We stop at the ground. Back up to the sky and circle around there. Kind of like I said, a backwards C. Now, another way to make a D that some of you might make your D at home, some people make the circle first. So you make your circle and then you make your stick. And that's okay too. That's how I make mine. Okay. All right, what color next? Orange. All right. Whoa, the rest of my markers just rolled across the table on me. So down and then back up and around. And then I make my circle and my stick to hold up the circle. Good job. All right, we have used 4 colors, so we have 4 colors left because 4 plus 4 equals 8, right? Right. Okay, so what should color number 5 be? Blue. Okay, good job. There they go again. Let's go back up here to the top. We'll make our uppercase D, 1 line down and 1 line around. Good. Now your lowercase d. You make your stick and your circle. Good. Okay. What color next? Red. That's a good choice. Red. All right. Ready? 1 and 2. Good job. Now our lowercase d. Remember that circle's right there at the fence. You're right. We'll make our circle and then our stick to hold it up. Okay. 2 colors left. What should it be? Brown. All right. That's a good choice too. Now, I'm not going to count or I'm not going to say anything for the uppercase or the lowercase this time. Let's just do it together. Ready? Go. Good job. You guys are so smart. I'm so proud of you. And the last color? Okay, so do we need to go over them? Well, let's look and see what color is missing. We have green, yellow, purple, orange, blue, red, brown. So what color is missing? Black. You're right. Our final color was black. And we're 2 lines. 1, 2, and 1, 2. All right, good job, boys and girls. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Do you remember, if you've been following along with me in the other letters, what do we need to do next? You're right. We need to find out what letter comes before the letter D and what letter comes after it. We need to count and find out what number it is in the alphabet, and then we have to say our letters, right? Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to find it. So let's find it and count. Ready? Where is it at? I'm going to move along slowly and you tell me where to stop. Just chugging along. Chug, 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 chug. What? Stop right there? You're right. That's the uppercase D. So let's count, find what number it is in our alphabet line. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. The letter D is the 4th letter in the alphabet. Good job. Okay, now, what letter comes before the D? What's that? You're right. That's the letter C. Let's underline our D. So the letter C comes before it. So we'll come up here and see the word before. We'll write the letter C. All right, what comes after the D? What's that letter right there? You're right. That's the letter E. Good job. All right, and then we'll come up here and we'll make an E. Okay, now what do we need to do? Oh, you're right. We need to say our letters on and then back. So go from our D. You ready? We're going to go forwards. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Whew, good job. All right, let's find our D again. There it is. Okay, now we're going to say the letters back. Boy, take a deep breath. This might take us a little while. You ready? D, C, B, A. I was teasing you. It didn't take very long at all, did it? No, because D was the fourth letter in the alphabet. Okay, great job. Now let's move on to the next. Okay, we need to learn the sound that the D makes. Okay, we have our little fridge phonics here, and I just turned it off. Oh boy. Okay, we ready? Get your listening ears on and pay close attention.
D. D says D. D says D. Every letter makes a sound. D says D.
All right, let's listen one more time. You ready?
D. D says D. D says D. Every letter makes a sound. D says D.
All right, good job. Now, what sound does the D make? You're right. D, like dog. And what else? Duck. Yes, and I have a nephew named Daniel, and his name starts with a D. Okay, do you have anybody in your family whose name starts with a D? Okay, good. All right. So a thing that you can do with your family is you can maybe walk around your house or open up the newspaper and look through the newspaper and see if you can find words that start with the letter D or words that have the letter D in it. Just like right here, I have the word words. It doesn't start with a D, but it has a D in it, doesn't it? It has the lowercase d. So that's a fun activity you can do with your family. Get your books out and look for the letters each week, okay? All right, let's move on. Well, we have some flashcards here with some different D words. You ready to go over them with me? Okay, we have a dinosaur, right? Then we have dad, good job. Okay, what's this? Door, exactly, good. Okay, then we have a doll, you're right. And what's left? Duck, and dog, good job. Okay, and then if you look right down here in the little corner I've got here, and you can see where I got this flashcard. It was the Heidi Butkus 2013. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. You can go online and Google her and you will get to her. I believe it's HeidiSongs.com, and you can get the flashcards and some of the things that I use. Okay? All right. So we know that for the uppercase D, we need how many lines? Right, 2, 1, 2, and the lowercase d, 1, 2. That's right, they both use the same number of lines. We had our uppercase and our lowercase letters. We know that the D is the fourth letter in the alphabet. C comes before it. E comes after it. We know the sound that it makes, and we know a few words that start with the letter D. So, we did a really good job today, didn't we? Well, guess what time it is? You're right, it's time for some type of a game or activity to go along with our alphabet. Well, for this game this week, we are going to make our own game board. Did you know that you can make your own game board? That you don't have to go out to the store and buy them? Nope, you can make your own with things that you already have at your house, I bet. You need, for this game board, you need a big piece of paper. You can use a big piece. You can even get paper that's bigger than this. Get this giant roll of paper, and you can make a huge game board. Or you could just use like this size paper, just that size, and make a game out of it, okay? So we need a game piece of paper. You're also going to need your markers, and that's it, okay? Well, for this particular game board that we made at Building Blocks, this was a dinosaur game board, and it's kind of shiny from where Miss Pam and I have laminated so we can use it over and over. So I'm going to hold it up a little bit, and maybe that'll take the glare off of it and you can see it. So you're going to take your piece of paper, and what I did when I made this game board is I took a pencil and I just freehand the path that I wanted my game board to go in. And if you look closely, you can probably see my pencil line. And see, I just made some curly cues. I had some loops. I decided where I wanted to start it and where I wanted to end. And then you've got the one side, then you're going to take your pencil and you're just going to go on the other side. You're going to decide how wide you want it. And then you're just going to follow along and make your path. Okay? And then I went back up there to where I needed to end. Okay? And then I just took the lines and I made small spaces for our game board. Okay? And now I decided that this was going to be, yeah, you're right. Hello, it's we're talking about the alphabet, right? So we needed an alphabet. We needed the alphabet on there, right? Okay. So for the first set, the first time I went through, I did the letters in order. You will see them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. Then you've got to go under the bridge. R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z for the first set. And then for the other half of the game, I decided to put the letters in random order. I didn't want them to be the same. I didn't want them to be in order. I wanted you to be able to work on recognizing the letters right. So then I have the other letters. Okay, now once you have all that all finished, this happens to be a dinosaur board game for the word D, right? Okay. Miss Pam found some dinosaur stickers, I believe, might have been around Easter time. She found these, and so she colored them, and she did the decorations for me. And at your house, you can draw your own things on there. You might have some stickers at your house, and you want your game board to be something different. Do you have to have a dinosaur game board? No, you can have whatever kind of game board you want. The best part is you can have lots and lots and lots of different game boards. And you can make your own rules to go with the game. You can make your own cards. You are the creator of the game. So you are going to decide how it goes. Okay? Now, once you've got your board completely decorated, and if you're going to make one like I am, then you need to have your game piece, and the piece that's going to mark your spot as you move along the game. Well, this happens to be a lid from your little pouch containers of like the little baby food containers or the little applesauce containers you get. Well, I collect the little pouches. I collect them at Building Blocks. And right now, I have a great nephew named Remington who is using the baby food pouches. And so I have a collection of the little lids. We use them for wheels. We use them for game pieces. Again, Miss Pam and I both try to think, how can we reuse things? We don't want to throw it away when we can find a use for it. Okay, now you also need the dice for this game. So I've got my parts, I got my marker that's going to mark my game, and I'm right here on the word start. See, S-T-A-R-T, start. All right, now you're going to roll the dice. All right, what number did I get? 1. Okay, so I'm going to move my lid one spot. Now, to play this game, I have to be able to identify that letter. And that letter happens to be what? The letter A. Good job. So then I would keep my piece there. Then we would just go around. Guess what? It's my turn again because I'm playing by myself. That's kind of sad and boring, but it's also kind of fun to play by yourself sometimes too. All right, how many dots did I get this time? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to move my marker 4 spaces. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And that letter happens to be the letter E. Okay, there you go. And you would just continue on this way till you get finished. Now, you can make this game a little harder if you would like. Let's say I'm back here on my A. Let's say I moved my 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I didn't know that letter just yet, and I couldn't remember it. Then I would go back 4 spaces. So I'd have to go back to my beginning spot. You can do that. That's a way you can play it. Or you can go forward your 4 spots. And if you're not real sure of that letter, you can say, you know what? I'm not real sure of that letter. I need some help. And you would get someone to help you. And they'd say, you know, that is the letter E. It is a lowercase e. Okay? So, again, this is your game board. You are going to create. You're going to be the creator of it. And you decide how you want it to go. You want to decide your rules. Maybe you don't want to have a game board with the alphabet. Maybe you want to work on numbers, or you want to work on recognizing colors, or maybe you want to work on math, as in 4 plus 4 equals 8. Right. You can just make it whatever you want it to be, okay? The main thing is to get your paper out, get your markers out, and have fun with it, okay? So that's it for me this week and my Dino game board, and it was a dynamite time, and I will see you next week, boys and girls. Bye-bye. Mwah.